Hey there, beautiful Earth Angel. Elvia Rowe here, founder of AngelsTeach.com, and welcome to December. It's kind of crazy. We're at the end of 2018. It's been a crazy year. It really has. I know so many people, myself included, that it's just been like this roller coaster. And what, of course, we're always guided to do, and I've learned through personal experience, is that as we surrender to that roller coaster and just know that we're guided in every moment and really tap into that guidance, life is so much easier, so much easier. So this month I am inspired by the holiday season and have 3 images for you to choose from with that theme. So go ahead and choose image number 1, number 2, or number 3. And remember, I don't share what these images are ahead of time because I really want you to just tap into your intuition, listen to your angels, which number is calling you, and you'll see that the synchronicities, the correlations that happen are really magical. So again, number 1, number 2, or number 3. So this first image, for those of you who chose number 1, is this beautiful wreath. And I was out shopping today, and this is the one of the many wreaths that were there. This is the one that drew my attention, that the angels wanted me to capture for the readings today. So that's pretty darn significant because they really had a lot of wreaths, as you can well imagine. And the message here is about community. Wreaths always symbolize this inclusiveness, this sense of community, this sense of we are one. You know, of course, the wreath itself is a circle and is also the same as the letter O for oneness. And so if you chose number 1, you're being called to find community. You're being called to find people, whether it's family or friends or however you happen to feel guided to find this community. Make sure that it's one that really supports who you are and the truth of where you're going in this life experience. For me personally, this has been a real journey, really celebrating who I know I'm here to be and creating community around that, finding community around that. You'll notice that there is a price tag on one of those ribbon tags there. And the message in that is that there is a little bit of a price that you may have to pay as part of being your true self and finding community that really aligns with your soul and your purpose and who you are and why you're here. Of course, it's wrapped up. There's the ribbon there. It's wrapped up and tied with a bow and really a beautiful experience waiting there for you. But you may have to make some sacrifices. So just understand that, a lot of times anything that we are bringing into our lives is an exchange of energy for something that either a relationship you have to let go of to create space, or whatever price means to you and is applicable to you. So just know that that could be there. The other thing that I am noticing are these, the 3s of the pine cones. There's 3 pine cones on the left, 3 pine cones on the right, and that feels about the divine feminine. And it's balanced with these beautiful arrangements, these ornaments on the bottom with the little presents and the other pine cones there. But this is about you, I'm hearing, really going deep into what it means for you to celebrate the divine feminine. As I say that, I'm getting this flash of the sequoia trees, that the sequoia trees, there actually has to be a forest fire for the sequoias to release the seeds in their pine cones to create a new one. And this is something I remember, and pardon me if that's not 100% correct. That's my memory, and it's what the angels are saying is the message here. This is based on our daughter's 2nd grade, way back when, report on sequoia trees. So what I do know is that there has to be some kind of a conflagration for the pine cones to release and renew. So again, we're going back to that price tag a little bit. What do you have to release in order to renew yourself? What is the price that you have to pay to really go into that space of oneness and feel the support of community within and without? For those of you who chose image number 2, I'm giggling because the angels keep saying the essence of this message over and over and over again. You're not alone. So this is related to community, but it's different because this is about remembering that you are never alone. And this is not just about human beings in body, but this is also about your angels. There are several images, one at the way end of this field, if you will, of poinsettias that looks like an angel all the way in the back there, and it just, that's how it appears to me as I'm reading this image. And it also looks like there's one over on the left, and I'm not seeing one on the right, but essence is about you being fully supported by your angels all the time. So it's so easy to forget that we have this guidance in every moment. And what I encourage you, if you chose number 2, is that if you're ever in a moment, which of course you're going to be, because we all find ourselves in this space of, oh my God, what am I going to do now? Oh my God, how do I make a choice here? How do I make a decision here? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and remember, I am not alone. I am not alone. And allow those words to open your heart, to clear the way to your guidance, so that you have exactly what you need to make the right decision for you, to be aligned with your highest level of guidance. The second part of this message is I keep getting drawn to the center of these poinsettia flowers here, the little bit of sort of yellowy green center, and I'm getting this vision of just jumping, like lily pad jumping from one to the next, from one to the next, from one to the next, very playfully. And it's about staying on top and not getting sucked into the energies of the masses. This is a huge, enormous room full of poinsettias. And if you think of this as the energy of consciousness, it could be easy to get drawn down into that sea of red and all that's underneath. And again, this is representing humanity, and your invitation, not only are you not alone, but your invitation is to remember that as you call on the guidance of your angels, you are lifted up and you start to bounce from center of the petal to center of the flower to center of the flower, and you're really elevated above those lower vibrations, and you stay on top of things. You stay in your joy, and you stay in that space of grace. So remember, you're not alone. And as you call upon your angels, you are lifted up and you are in that space of grace. For those of you who chose number 3, this is your image, and I love this. I love this for so many reasons. And of course, those snowmen are just looking at you so playfully, so joyfully, and they're just saying, tap into that childlike place, that childlike center of freedom, of joy, of fun, of making snow angels and snowmen and igloos and all those wonderful things that we did as children. And interestingly enough, I'm really drawn to those cars that are in the reflection of the window here. And what I am hearing from the angels is that as you play, you go places. You really travel to places and spaces that you wouldn't otherwise, because you allow that freedom that is such a natural part of being in alignment with your angels and with Source. My husband Peter and I on Sunday watched Christopher Robin, which of course is a children's movie. It's not animated, but it's absolutely one of the best movies I've seen in a long time, and highly recommend it. And of course it features Winnie the Pooh. And there's just something so, and it's intentional, but there's just such a magic to Winnie the Pooh and the simple way that he looks at life. It's beautiful, it's freeing, it's so deeply wise. And that's what I'm remembering as I look at these playful snowmen and the cars and the beautiful red, is that this is an invitation for you, if you chose number 3, to be less serious, to play more, and to understand that that's how you're actually going to get things done. And you may be worried that you're not going to get all those lists of things and tasks and all that done, but this is absolutely how you're going to get it done and feel really good about it. You are invited to play because that's what's going to take you where you need to go. So that, my dear Earth Angel friend, is a wrap for this month's Messages from the Angels. I am so honored, so delighted that you joined me here today and that your angels are working with you. Of course they're working with you. They always do. Never forget that. So if you haven't already, do come on over to AngelsTeach.com and see what's happening over there. Sign up for the blog, sign up for the newsletter, and you will know everything that's happening as soon as it's announced to the public. So much love to you, so much goodness for this last month of 2018, this season of light, and so much love to you and yours. Be well.